Hello and welcome back to Bransford Webs. This week you're joining me for the Looking Good video in Glasshouse 4. You can see behind me we've got a crop of Fuchsia Janie, which we'll talk a little bit more about in a moment. And beyond that, hebes and hydrangeas, which is what the rest of this glasshouse is full of. It's hebes and hydrangeas and fuchsias in here at the moment. All looking really good, all growing away nicely and ready to come online over the next sort of 4 to 5 weeks, depending on different crops. So this week's video is all about the first May bank holiday and the stock available for you in the garden centres for that week. Loads of colour coming through, loads of bud on crops at the moment. And at the moment the weather's looking set fair for the bank holiday, good gardening weather, good gardening temperatures and dry. So fingers crossed we get the great British public out into garden centres and shopping and buying and gardening. So I'll start with the crop that's behind me, Fuchsia Janie. So here it is in a 2 litre pot. The burgundy pot is chosen to complement the flower colour. Janie was introduced by Bransford Webs a long time ago. In my opinion, it is the most floriferous of all the Hardy Fuchsias on the market. It's absolutely fantastic variety, whether you put it in the border, whether you put it in the pot. Personally, I think in the patio pot, it is absolutely stunning and will give you so much value for money throughout the year. Summer, should I say. It'll just keep flowering. As you can see, the first buds are just appearing on here, looking really nice, really well branched plant, produced from our own propagation, our own liner unit. Fuchsia Janie for me is one of the best Hardy Fuchsias on the market. But while we're talking about Hardy Fuchsias, our 3 litre Hardy Fuchsia range is online as well now. So really sort of contrasting different varieties. So we've got things like Sunray, we've got Genii, so nice red foliage, nice golden foliage contrast. And then different again, we've got Jack Stanway, which has got that sort of glaucous foliage and the burgundy flush on it. But all of these 3 litre Hardy Fuchsias are propagated here on site. We've got about 10-12 varieties in the range, so check the full availability when that arrives with you via email. Traditional varieties like Delta Sarah, things like that as well. Really good range of good doers. So that's our 3 litre Hardy Fuchsia range that's online at the moment. We've put Coreopsis Calypso online for this week. So again, nice pot full. And this Coreopsis really has a dual sales window. Because it's got this lovely golden green variegation, you can sell it now and then also when it flowers in the next sort of 3 or 4 weeks time. But at the moment, just checking, there's no flower really forming in there yet, which is that lovely foliage colour and the contrasting foliage and how that sets off against the pot really brightens up the plant area and gives you great shelf life too. Continue with our theme of grasses this year. We've got Festuca Intense Blue online now, so flushing through really nicely, and that works really well in merchandising, really popular variety. And again, like the things we spoke about so far, a really, really good garden variety too. Lavender Essence is just about to pop into colour. It's absolutely loaded in bud, and we've got geese flying overhead, so apologies for the noise. Lavender Essence just loaded in bud, and you can see the first flowers are just starting to open there to give you a splash of colour. Hebes, we're getting sort of towards the end of our spring hebe range now, so if you're finding that the benches are getting some gaps, make sure you contact your sales team member and get them booked in, because I think we've probably got another week, 2 weeks of hebe sales left, and then there'll be a break before the summer ones come online. We're just going to feature Celebration, because again it's got a splash of golden colour, a bit like the Coreopsis we just looked at, the golden green foliage, really good variety, and then when it flowers later with the purple flowers it really does stand out and smack of colour in the face. But Celebration's online at the moment. I'm going to continue with that golden green theme at the moment, so we've got Polemonium Golden Feathers. Again, lovely variety. We've got this on an outdoor bed, and it really is lighting up that part of the nursery. It glows from a distance, so it's going to do that in the garden too, so it really stands out, really nice. Loads of bud, just keep flushing through. And unlike other polemoniums, this one pretty much sits evergreen with us. It doesn't lose its foliage, so it just keeps flushing, looks really nice throughout the year. Our clematis range are online now, so we don't do any climbing clematis. These are all designed for containers or front of border. So we started off with Bijou, which is the original introduction from this range. All the breeding is from Raymond Everson over at Guernsey Clematis. And as you can see, I'll put that down, talk about Bijou first of all. Excuse me. So Bijou, really compact, dense, almost ground cover, don't mound forming, it won't climb. At the best it's going to get to 30 to 40 centimetres high. So great in a container. It's just budding up at the moment. So I'd expect some of these, with a bit of sun over the next week, to be popping out into flower by the time they arrive with you in the garden centre. So Bijou was the start of this, with a nice soft purpley flower. Filigree was then introduced, which has got this paler mauve flower colour, and again loads of buds just forming in there, really nice pot full. And then we introduced last year before Darcy. So Darcy is a red, really vibrant, really stands out, and the customers absolutely love this. And a slightly bigger flower too, a little bit more open its habit, larger leaf, but really gives you bang for the buck and works really well. So you've got 3 options there, so really great merchandising opportunities on plant areas. Our hosta range is evolving week by week as new varieties flush through. So here we've got wide brim and we've got Patriot, both looking really nice. So you've got cream and green variegation, golden green variegation, really good potfuls too. And then, last but not least for this video, the fans have just gone off in the glass there, switched off, so it's a little bit quieter. We've got our Biddens Takatuka. So these really are just a splash of colour on the plant area, absolutely loaded in bud at the moment, great in a container, great at the front of the border, just really sort of something like that signals that spring is evolving into summer and it's really going to be a splash of colour and the garden's going to load itself with flower. So that's it for this week. There's plenty more online too if you want to check the full availability online or with your sales team member. Please get on the phones quickly. I think the bank holiday sales, it's going to ramp up quite quickly over the next week, so be fast, don't miss out, and hopefully we'll see you soon for another Looking Good video. Goodbye for now.